Hey, welcome to the Crippled Handyman. Let's talk about some buying power. How do you calculate your buying power? Well, Realtor.com has a thing on their site whether or not like what you can afford. It'll show you like if it's difficult or if it's affordable. And I'm going to give in. Let me start over. I'm going to give you an example. There's this $200,000 home on Keller Williams, as you see me scrolling through. And as you scroll down, and I live in Woodland Park. And believe it or not, there are some homes that are affordable for those of you that are struggling and, not sure what your income is. But basically, I even remember before I even bought my first home, my father basically just, taught me that, you need to make at least $75,000. And that was back then, just so I was comfortable, depending on what I was going to buy, knowing the fact that I had a car payment. And a lot of this might be, I'm going to do it, based on car payments, no school loans. So if you don't go to college, you don't have a school loan, you don't have that debt. Let's see what kind of home you can afford. This is let's blow it up. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, just a little rinkety-dink type home. This thing has been on the market for a while. And it's out in the mountains, very wooded. So there could be one or two things. I talked about a video about before you buy a home, check out fire, flood, and all that stuff. But being a starter home, your first home, this isn't bad. I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe TikTok, they're giving a bad example of what people have. And not everyone on YouTube is making millions of dollars, So, yeah, I'm on YouTube. Am I anticipating on banking money on this? No, I got my Social Security and I have other incomes coming in. My wife works. She's got a great income. She's a nurse practitioner. But, between the both of us, we do just fine. And that's the thing with life. I don't think, to have a nice home and a decent home, it's not, I don't know, call me old fashioned, but life's about sharing stuff with two people. And okay, we have a $200,000 home. Let's get back into this. We have a $200,000 home, and the beautiful thing is you go down on Realtor.com. This is what I like to do. Now, obviously, if you're going to do 20% down, 4% at closing cash, that's $40,000 down. And you don't have to do the 20% down. There are other loans that you can tackle or can qualify for, I should say, that are out there. You could even, on a conventional loan, you could still do 10% down. So let's get this. See this, is this affordable? Calculate your buying power. So this talks about property tax, and I'm going to just scroll down. These are things to look for. This home has changed tremendously. I don't know if this was the price of the land or the house. I think it's a double wide, trailer wide, but taxes right here, $553 a year. That's a bonus. Taxes are affordable. So you're $553 a year. Yeah, that's peanuts. You only need what? Oh shoot, I can't even do math. It's less than $100, like $40 a month in your tax bill. So let's see if this is affordable. Let's check out your buying power. I'm gonna change this. Let's say you make $65,000 a year. I'm gonna go at that. And say your monthly debt, say you have, I don't know, car loan and then your insurance. Say that's $1,000. I'm pushing it, because these are bills that you're going to be paying every month on top of a mortgage. And then available funds for down payment. Well, maybe you only have $15,000. If you are able to get, have $15,000, hopefully so. That would be your down payment. Let's calculate, and here we go. Actually, has 65,000. It says what you can actually afford is $128,000. You're stretching it 128. This is because cash due 15 down and that 7,000 down payment. That's 3 points. So basically, you're going to get an FHA loan. So it is difficult. It's telling you this doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, because it's $200,000. So basically, all right, let's change something. Say you have no vehicle payment. Maybe that $1,000 is stretching it. Maybe you have no car payment, and let's just put down, I don't know, $200. Let's calculate that. Now that's affordable. So basically, you have to have no bills for the most part. When I say no bills, they don't count groceries, car insurance. They don't count that stuff, but you for yourself, whatever you're bringing in, whatever your payment would be, unfortunately, it doesn't show what the payment will be on this home. And yeah, so that's interesting. So it's affordable. So on $65,000, you could afford up to $225,000. That's what it's saying. Another video, I said 75 could afford you a $250,000 home. That's having no debt. If you don't have student loan debt, if you don't have a vehicle payment, car insurance, they don't count that. They don't count food. I mean, what else do you have as a younger guy or a gal, in your early 20s? So, all right. So, the home is actually affordable. Yeah, is it something you would want to live in? Probably not. But if you want to get out of renting, let's see. Woodland Park's pretty pricey. I saw a home. Here's another little 1 bed, 1 bath. That's $185. 2 bed, 1 bath. It's on 1 acre. That's nice, an acre. $285. A townhome, 2 bed, 2 bath. But now with a townhome, you're going to have HOAs. Pretty much in mountain areas. I shouldn't say that's true because there is a neighborhood down the road. They do have an HOA, and those are homes of this statute, this 875. So if you buy a home, 875 is on a half acre. It's 5 bed, 5 bath, 5,200 square feet. Back in the old days, I remember when we bought this house, my wife and I, we didn't have, well, actually, all we had, they didn't really count the car payment. The payment was $277 on a vehicle payment. That's gone. We paid that off. But because of the fact, he said, well, you only have like a year left, year and a half left. They're not going to really consider that to really, count, make any difference. My wife was still in school, I believe. No, she had just graduated. And because of the fact her student loan did not start yet, that was waived too. I think they approved us of $950. It was stupid. $950,000. Say $900,000 they approved us at. That's at 3%, 3.1% interest. So I'm going to try to figure out how much you have to make to buy this mortgage. Ridiculous. $5,100. They say that your mortgage should be no more than 25% of your take home. So if your take home would have to be like 20, let's see, that's actually is 5,200. So 5,200, that would be basically $21,000 a month. You need a take home, you need a net $21,000 a month. And I could pretty much try to figure that out off of our pay. So if we go, well, it's going to be different because interest rates you get an interest rate of 6.9. If you got excellent credit, you might be able to do that. You could buy points. You might be able to get 6.5%. If you're in this bracket, so I'm going to say your household income is, I'm going to say $300,000. Yeah, it's got to be $300,000. That's your annual. Your monthly debt, you have monthly debt, say $1,500. I'm going to be realistic if you're in this category. And let's see, 180, so 87,000 is 10%. So let's put down 90,000. Let's go 10%. Because you're going to pay mortgage insurance. You can still get a conventional loan. Let's see what it says. Yeah, exactly. Affordable. You can afford up to $990,000. Woohoo. And holy crap, there is no way I would want that mortgage. I don't care. If you could afford this, I mean if you're making $30,000-$40,000 a month, fine. You could pay this house off actually quicker. And people are like, in today's world, I think they're stretching it already, even on the affordable part. That's affordable. Show cash due at closing. Like I said, $90,000 down payment, $55,000. So that's 6.3%. That's not even 10%. I would want the full percent. So closing costs, 4% of home price. Wow, $35,000. So I would suggest doing, instead of $90,000, I would suggest doing $150,000 instead. And then that way there, it's funny. Now, if you put $150,000 down, now they say you could afford a $1 million home. Isn't that stupid? Yeah. Show cash due. Am I at 10% yet? 13%. All right. So 150 is too much. Let's play with this. Let's go 135,000 down. Let's see what that is. It's kind of an interesting tool that, I'm on realtor.com. It's a very interesting tool that you can use to know what your affordability is. And just because it shows that you could afford a $5,000 payment, I wonder if it shows your payment at the end. It does not show your payment. That's 11%. We're getting closer. So it says you could afford a home up to $1 million. At my age, heck no. There's no way. I don't want to have a mortgage. Yeah, we're 9 years. I'll be 64. We're going to pay this bad boy off. Our home is in this bracket right now. We're in a 7-figure range, but we could probably sell and pay cash for the next house and have zero mortgage. But we love it up here. We've been wanting to be up here for 10 years, and we got here 2 years ago. So we're probably going to die here. So that gives you the kind of the fact you need to make about $300,000 to afford this type of home, an $875,000 home. I know I do list. I watch different YouTube videos. Well, who doesn't? When I've noticed I watch less since I've been trying to work on my channel, but I noticed that There's this, that Bordino. I have Anthony, what's the hell was his name? Michael Bordino and Jack Morgan. I'm sorry, dude. I'm saying your name wrong. He's a realtor in Miami, or he's somewhere in Florida. Jack Morgan, he's Red Leather Podcast, RLP. He's got an interesting podcast. I know, a lot of his stuff, what he watches is pretty much the part of the world that are complaining. And if you want to be successful in life, I would not, I'm not saying I'm better than them. I'm not saying that at all. But man, they could be real Debbie Downers completely. Like, man, they could make it just like when I watch some of those videos, Jack, I get wound up. I get pissed off. Let me just tell you like it is. I get pissed off. And it's just surround yourself around people that are positive, people that are like hard workers, go-getters, that have goals, that have dreams. Surround yourself around those kind of people. If you sit in a room and I don't know, you could be 3 buddies or 3 girlfriends, and you're like complaining and just, oh my God, this is expensive. This is expensive. Yes, it's all expensive. You know who I feel sorry for? The people that are retired on limited income. If they weren't ready for retirement, or if they didn't have enough money for retirement to withdraw once a year, say they need to withdraw, I don't know, $30,000 extra to withdraw a year, plus their Social Security, and say if they have a pension, when prices go up, if they are normally living on $15,000, that was based on, okay, you can live for the next 10 years at $15,000 drawing out of your retirement plan. I feel sorry for them because they cannot just get up and be able to just get a job. You have your health. You are starting your life. You could make changes and you could set goals and make money. That's the difference. That's why in my one video where I'm like, where it's like, I guess what the controversy is only like, oh, this generation today, the Gen Zs, doesn't have it harder than the older generations. As we get older, we're kind of stuck with all these changes, and versus having this much money ready for in our retirement, now we need this much more. But it's more or less like, so at least my wife and I, we have time to make adjustments to the economy as far as making more money. And if we want to, increase our income another $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 a year, we're able to do so. So we're looking like to flip, to do some to make money in some other real estate, maybe flipping a home, doing whatever to make some fast cash. I'm not saying it's easy cash. It's fast cash. We can make a quick, $25,000, $30,000 by a flip. Yeah, we'll do so. And they are available. They are out there. They're out in our areas. We're looking for one. We're working on one right now as far as made an offer. And we'll see where it goes. A lot of money's got to go into this house, though. But the reward is even larger. I mean, we should be able to pull real close to about 175. That's what our profit should be. My point is, going back to Jack Morgan, this video wasn't about that. I get sidetracked. It's just the way I am. Jack, I'm not one to, maybe I should start breaking shit like you. But my point is, you have opportunities to get a higher paying job. If you got to get a second job, I've always been hustling. Always, my whole life. Always been doing something. I used to scrap, recycle. I'm going to throw you a number. My biggest year in scrapping, I did 6 figures, 100 grand in scrapping. And that's freaking insane. The guy, we made a deal. It was all cash. And he was doing more a month in steel weight. I was doing like 24,000 pounds a month in steel, in just steel by itself. He was doing double that. Well, actually, he was adding another, he was adding like another 15,000 pounds to that. So he was almost doing 40,000 pounds a month in steel scrap. I had it. I built it. I had a great setup. And if you're interested in wanting to make some extra cash, I could kind of show you the way and how we did it. And actually, I say how I did it. But yeah, so this is kind of like, let's get back to this. We got sidetracked. Get back to this. So an $875,000 home, to be comfortable, you need to make about $300,000. Curious. Let's see. Man, 875, 515. I couldn't even imagine. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this house. $700,000, quarter acre. Well, at least it's got some trees back there, but at least it's pretty. $700,000. I'm gonna calculate this one. Calculate your buying power. I'm gonna see. Say if you guys made, I don't know, let's say $200,000 a year, and say your monthly debt is, I don't know, say $1,000. So you got a car loan. Try not to have a car loan. And funds for a down payment, that was 700, 10%. Let's do 70 grand. So I think let's do 90 grand. Down. See what it does. It's a stretch. It's a stretch right here. 700,000. Is that even 10%? It's not even 10% down. So your PMI, that's mortgage insurance. Primary mortgage insurance is where the bank charges you extra money because of the fact you didn't put the full 20% down. We did that with this house. We only put 50 grand down because I saved the other money. I was like, okay, I got another 50 grand for renovations, and we gutted the house. So we turned this house into, basically a $1 million home. Yeah. It was a 3-bed. Now it's a 4-bed, 4-bath, full kitchen. Look at different videos. And this is like an in-law suite. The room I'm in is a beautiful room. It's just gorgeous. It's like, I don't know, 20 by 20 or 18 by, maybe 18 by 18. It's got a beautiful fireplace, nice full kitchen. And got everything, a 3/4 bath, laundry room's right behind the door back there. And nice setup. But my point is, you can, it says a stretch. Let's see how much, instead of doing 90,000 down, typically if you're going to buy a house of this kind of money, let's put the full 20% down. Let's do 150,000. There's closing costs involved. So let's see what they say. Now it's affordable. That's what they're showing. Let's show the details. So if you put 150,000 down, you got 28,000 in closing costs, 122,000 down payment. So that's 17%. You're still going to have maybe a little PMI. You might be only paying like $60, and they may have the PMI on this property, it was like only for 7 years. In another video, we're like making big lump sums on this property, starting the end of the year. And do it for 9 years and bada bing, bada boom. But after the first lump sum, that they're just going off of what we paid for the house, which was BS. I'm not going to pay someone to come out here and give me some BS whatever. We have to give someone like $1,000 to reassess the whole house for this bank. And it's like, I don't think so. So a $700,000 home, and if you make, $200,000 a year with $1,000 in monthly bills, just saying, we don't have like ourselves. We don't have car payments. My wife's school loan is very I don't know how the hell she did it. She's got a school loan, but no credit card debt. Yeah, so I tell you, it's just really nice to not have credit card debt. I would definitely suggest if you want to kind of, I don't want to say don't stretch yourself, but if you want to buy that beautiful home, I would suggest have no car payments. And if you're making that kind of money, you can afford to fix your car. I'm sorry. I don't know. I know everyone's things are different. I know food's expensive, and we've been going at it for, this is our second year, and we've been staying under $800 a month in food, $200 a week. And we've been doing it for two people. And I buy random junk stuff, but last week my wife spent $91 on food, I believe. And, this week, I can't remember, because I know one time we went to the store, we got a little carried away. I think we went $40 over. But what's funny, the next week and actually this week, the extra, say, crap I bought for me, I like to snack. I'm not going to lie. That saved us. This week, her grocery list was very minimal. Watch that video. Tell you how, I kind of explain how we do it. Making a list. So basically, if you have no other bills and it's just your mortgage and you're making $200K a year, and so basically they're saying down payment. Well, actually, the full down payment $168. So your monthly mortgage payment, that's taxes, homeowners insurance. There's no HOAs. That's a big deal. Stay away from HOAs. No HOA. It's a waste of money. It's a scam. If you live in a neighborhood that has HOA, you're being scammed. Oh, I want to make sure my neighborhood stays nice. Well, my neighborhood, we have bigger lots. Your lots are smaller. I'm talking about down the road from where we're at. And I don't know, we don't have an HOA. And our homes are valued close to the same. Some of theirs might be higher a little bit, but there's a few homes in here are, 7 figures. And there's a lot of reaching the 7 figures. That blows my mind. What you can buy anymore. But there's still homes that are affordable. So check out this tool. And not sure if this video is going to go anywhere as far as I don't know. Oh, I didn't bore you to death with this, but it's kind of just stuff to check out, and it's like a tool before you what can you afford? Obviously, a mortgage lender will, you can find a mortgage lender, just a personal tip, and they could pretty much if you're straight up and honest with them and you give them all the debt that you have and don't hold anything back. Don't hold back if you had a foreclosure. Don't hold back if you had a bankruptcy. Don't hold back. It's I got a car payment. I don't want to tell them about that. Don't hold back. He or she could actually tell you, what you can afford. That's the cool thing about, a lender before you get ready to buy a home. I wouldn't shy away of not buying a home. I wouldn't never shy away. Don't be afraid to buy a home. Never be afraid. I've seen a few homes that people they just bought a year ago, 2 years ago, and they're already back on the market. They bumped the price up maybe 50 grand, 70 grand. Nothing major. Not like the old days. I mean, this little mountain town is basically becoming only affordable to more people with more financial means. unfortunately, which is sad. This was literally the last mountain town my wife and I would be comfortable for to live in. And we got in here 2 years ago. Thank God. Over 2 years. Time's flying. Can't believe it. So use this tool. And, I know it may not be 100% accurate, but I never even noticed that was in there. Because like I said, this part right here, is this affordable? And literally be honest with yourself. Put in everything that you got. Put in your gross income. I think that's stupid with your gross income. But the easiest way to know whether or not you can afford this home, like if you go off of what it tells you, like what you could put down for the closing, and if this number 4140, say it's $4,000, your monthly net income should be $16,000 for this to be affordable. To this, like very affordable. Like we're 20% with our place. And that's, oh my God, it is very, very affordable. This mortgage is the same mortgage I had, is real close. I'm gonna say it's like right, almost exact. It's almost the exact same thing of a custom home I built in 2001. And I remember it was a $320,000 mortgage, but at seven some percent. I wonder if there's I'm just curious. If there's let's see if I can find out. Maybe, was it 320 or was it a little bit stronger than that? Let me see if I can find a home that's close to that. I might have to get into another town. I may not be able to find. Yeah, let me go to another town. Let's just go to, let's just say Colorado. And I'm going to show you all something too. Just the state of Colorado. And I'm going to put a price in there. Maximum 400. You can put your max in. And you got 360, 349. Yeah, back in the day, I get it. This house, like say in my time, when I was like raising a family, say in your 30s, this home you could probably get for under like 200 grand. Let's just check out the history of it. This is Pueblo, 1953. So I guarantee 10 years ago, 10 years ago, this house was probably 210, maybe less, might be half. Price history. Sold for $77,000. I was wrong. Literally, it was $290 in 2023. It sold for $300. Someone gave them 10 grand more. Think they had to give them more money. Sucker. I did the same. I actually, yeah. And taxes, look at this. Look at the taxes here. This is huge in Colorado. But stop moving out here, mofos. That was why I came out here, because affordability was there. I was used to this stuff. See this 77,000? I was first introduced to Colorado in 2011, and this is what I was seeing. 77,000. Let's go to the closing costs. So the monthly payment would be $2,000 at 6%. Because taxes were a little bit higher in Illinois, but I was like $2,400 a month, and I was doing it single income. The X didn't work, so there are $2,000 to own a home, 4-bed, 2-bath. Want to take a look at it real quick with me? It's got a single car garage, 1/4 acre. It's all stucco. Ooh, it's got a basement. It's got windows, so that's not a crawl space. That's a basement. It's probably no fireplace in the 50s. Wood floors. Oh my God. See, back in those days. And don't fear about, it's got lead in there, I'm going to get sick. No, you're not. If everything's all together, nothing's chipping off. It's been painted over and over back in the freaking 90s. So take a chill pill about all that stuff. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but look at it. They updated the kitchen, wood floors. This is nice. If this is like, a starter home kind of, I'm going to go to that. Can we afford this home? If you and your wife, you and your girlfriend, you and your boyfriend, whatever, you got dual income, you decide to want to buy a home together because you're tired of renting for $2,400 a month, buy a freaking home. This home is going to continue. I mean, how much more value is this going to keep going up? I don't know. It's not even about that. It's like you buy your home, focus on getting it paid off. And, and then when the home is paid off, you don't have a mortgage. There's no HOA in this dang thing. Ooh, that's real. Yeah, that old gravity heat. Yeah, that was an old, probably they call it an octopus. It was a type of unit I've tore out, not installed. Bathroom's nice, full shower. You got to get shower doors on that sucker though. See, that's where it's like, so you got to spend maybe, $1,200, get a nice shower door so you don't F up the floors. This is a nice house. I'm loving the floor. Looks like 3 1/4 oak. Beautiful home. Simple trim, nothing exotic. Hey, they got a shower in there. This is probably off the master bedroom. It's tight, but it works. It's another shower. Better than just a powder room in washer and dryer. Yeah, look at this. Down the basement. Basement's done. Yeah, really cool. It's got baseboard heat. Those are probably electric heaters. Looks like a newer furnace. Not sure how the water heater is. Plumbing's been redone. Look at this. All PVC. That's new PVC going down into this cast iron. They put some PVC here. Just freaking cut it right here and do all PVC right here. What the hell's the matter with you guys? Gosh, the panel looks newer. Looks like it's got actual conduit. Or is that Romex? Looks like electronic air cleaner. Probably has a humidifier on the other side of the furnace. Nope. I'm wrong. But it's not bad. So it's got his own mechanical room, plenty of storage. Very clean, very nice, like an epoxy type floor. Yeah, you got a basement, and this could be nice. You can have a little. You could put an office down there in that other area. Some shelving here. This is nice. Forced air heat. Yeah, conduit. Oh, I wonder if there's code down there. Because up here, yeah, my house is Romex. I hate Romex. Yeah, there's a crack in the foundation. Big whoop. It's in the freaking mud room or in the mechanical room. Water leaks. They try to seal it. So depending on the water table. Decent backyard. Nice old trees and old fence. My dog would jump that fence in a heartbeat. This is nice. Yeah, it's Pueblo. I'm not, I don't have nothing wrong against Pueblo. There's jobs down there too. All right, let's go back. Okay, so basically we already did some calculating. And for a home like this, did I do some calculating? Can you afford this home? I wonder how much can you afford with $100,000? I'm just curious. I am curious. Say you had no car loan. Say you only had $500 in debt. Whoops. Say you only had $500 of car loans. Say you had no student loan. Available funds for down payment. Home was $350. So if you're able to do, say you're able to do $50,000. Let's just say, yeah, you could afford this home. Affordability, you could afford up to $355,000. So you have to at least get $50,000 down, affordable. So you can afford 100 grand with 50 grand down. You can afford a $350,000 home. And your payment, I don't know what your payment would be. Might be a little bit stronger than 2,000, but it's your taxes. Your taxes are nothing. Your taxes are freaking $1,200. Whip-de-doo. They've gone up, $500 in 7 years. That's not too bad. If you average it out like $80 a year, $90 a year, your tax bill went up. Ours went up $200. We pay a straight $2,000 a year in taxes on this house. Yeah, I looked it up. It's funny because they don't have obviously they don't have all of my renovations included, and they'll never get in here. We're going to die here. We'll let our kids worry about all that crap. So, all right, on that note, if you're making 100 grand, you get a nice house like that. But my point is these homes exist. These homes exist. 360, 350. So these homes, if you make 100 grand a year, you have a nice home like this. What's wrong with this? Like the $800-some-thousand homes, why do you need a home like that? Why? If you're starting out buying one of your first homes, stay in your lane. You don't have to show off, and I don't know what the deal. I really don't know. All I remember, all me and my buddies, we're just ecstatic just to have a home, literally to have our own place. We didn't give a crap. There was never any. You get a mobile home for $79,000 in Colorado Springs, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,000 square feet. It's stuff like that. This stuff does exist. I'm looking at stuff. Yeah. Colorado Springs, this townhome. What else? Like I said, this is Colorado. Colorado has become very expensive. You could go to frickin' Tennessee. And I'm going to keep the same thing, max $400,000. And the first house. Now, Memphis may not be the place to live. I don't know much about that. But Knoxville, look at this freaking house. This thing looks awesome for $385. $199, 1 acre. A 1 acre lot. You got to be kidding me. For $200K, 4-bed, 1.5 bath, 1,400 square feet. You got to be 26 acres for $65,000? Holy cow. I don't think I could convince my wife to buy anything in Tennessee. It's where my ex moved. I would go to never. Not California. North Carolina. North Carolina would be number 2. Tennessee would be number 3. But North Carolina would be where I would love to live one day. But that's not happening. I'm married. And we're going to die here. That's the plan, Stan. Well, you don't stay in a major town, Look at this place. Half an acre for this one went on $400K. A house like this out here would be $800,000. That's my point. It's it's everything is state to state. Over 10 years ago, Colorado was affordable. Now it's not. I know everywhere in the country, everything got very expensive. But if you're looking for a home, there's certain tools you can look for. You could talk to a mortgage broker, a mortgage lender. And my suggestion is get rid of all your credit card debt before you even buy a house. Consider buying a home. Have a couple bucks in the bank before you get a home. Try to have a savings, have a decent down payment for your affordability. So this is a tool you can use as far as how much you can afford. Rule of thumb tells you how much to put down. So Say you bring in $8,000 a month. That means your mortgage should be no more than $2,000. And more than likely, you're going to have to put down the full 20%. There are tools out there you can use. You could do 3.5 at an FHA loan. But I've done that. My wife and I actually did that. And maybe you could use that as a tool. You stay in a house for a few years, you build up some equity, and then you could make money on that property so you could get to that next level. Maybe your incomes are growing at the same time. If you're able to buy sooner than later. Get out of renting if you are able to. All you're doing is paying you're paying somebody else's mortgage. And that's all you're doing. You're paying somebody else's mortgage. Why not have your own mortgage? Pay yourself. Yes, you got money. A little bit goes to the principal, but you're building equity. If you're able to put that 20% down, that 20% down is safe in the house. Don't this fear and all that stuff that's going on, all this fear mongering. You can't go wrong with real estate. Ask Dave Ramsey. If he would say rent or buy, he would say if you can buy. My father said the same thing to me. I bought my first place at 21 years old. I was paying rent, at home. It wasn't a lot, $400 a month for a bedroom. So I got my own place. So on that note, super long video, longer than I wanted it to be. But here's some tricks and tools that you can use. And we'll see you on the next one. Take a second and hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. And pound that like button. All right. We'll see you on the next topic. Have a great day.